When I talk to animals in spirit, it's common for the pet parents to not remember a lot of details, and that's heartbreaking. And I've caught myself doing this. I was thinking about one of my chihuahuas who's passed away, and I was thinking, okay, I remember when I used to take him for a walk in the hot Florida heat, and when we were almost home, he would lay his head on my chest. And then it was like, wait a second, was that him, or was that Skippy, or was that Junebug? Which one did that? And then I couldn't remember, and it made me feel horrible because they're both so important to me, but there are little details after your pet passes away that you don't remember. And that was the case today with Tonks. He was with Mom, I think, for 15 years, and there were a few things he was talking about, and Mom was like, I don't remember. But I just received an email from her, and she's like, oh, my family reminded me of this, or I remember this. But it is hard. It's something that we never think we're going to do, but we do. So Tonks was an interesting communicator. She was in spirit. Oh, and this is another name I love, by the way, Tonks. I just knew I would love Tonks and her mom when I saw her name. But she was an interesting communicator. She was a little bit spicy. She wasn't like a lot of animals are who are in spirit that are just very kind of calm and loving. She was a little spicy, and I feel like she told me at one point during the session, like, no, you got that wrong. And she wanted like everything to go quick in her way, but I was getting a little bit actually confused during the session with her communication style, which was funny. But again, they keep their personality when they cross over to the other side. She told me she was in the middle of everything. She's like, I was always in the middle of everything then, and I'm still in the middle of everything now. And she wanted to give her comments on all of the dogs in the home and some things that she's observing with Mom. So she's very much still little grandma busybody Tonks, even now that she's in spirit. She did have grandma energy. And she told me she looks at herself like the grandma of the house, which is funny because animals will also tell me like about their pet parent. Oh, you're my mom. You're my sister. I'm your guardian. Like I'm your co-pilot. Like they'll kind of tell me